What is happening, folks? It's Friday night, 7:30. Hey, there's everybody. They're starting to jump on. I was getting worried for a minute. I was like, we've been gone for way too long.
Everybody's like, I'm out.
I know. I'm out. Screw you guys. What has happened, everybody? It's Friday night, 7:30. Y'all know what that means. Here along the Panhandle, it is time for Panhandle Fishing Report. I'm your host, Smitty, with Smitty Surf Fishing, and with me always is my co-host.
What's up, everybody? It's Demo from Finding Demo Surf Fishing Podcast. Welcome back to the show. We've been gone for a little while. Mike's been doing his fun thing with the fishing world, and I've just been in a ball of crap. So my bad. We've been running around a lot, and we're back to Facebook users. Don't forget, everybody, if you want to be a part of the show, you got to let that permissions go through. But hey, it's good to see y'all. Nice to see you. Nice napkin. Yes. Hey, that's how I roll. I roll with that. We've got a lot of cool stuff to talk about, though. That is for sure. We have, granted, we've been off, and we're going to back it up a little bit, and we'll catch up there but we'll bring you up to speed. We got plenty to talk about, and plenty to talk about the non-things that have been happening, which is non-catching in certain areas, which sucks. But hey, that's fishing. It ain't catching, man.
Yeah, that's true. If it was,
Hey, Chris, in Connecticut. How are you, bud?
What is up, everybody? Man, this has been, it's great to be back on a Friday night. We both been working through some stuff for the last month. I think it's been just over a month we've been out. So, but to get back at it, we're psyched and back going. We got some things worked out and to show, and it's going to be awesome. So, this week's sponsor is Rogue Reels Fishing. Use code ROGUE15 to save 15% on your order. Rogue Reels makes high-quality hand-tied fishing leaders like the Smitty rig, a 20-foot, 500-pound class deployment shark leader, and the Demo rig, a heavy-duty double-drop rig. Go check them out at Rogue Reels. That's REELZ fishing.com. And I finally had the pleasure of meeting Rob a couple of weeks ago in person. We've gone back and forth, phone, emails, everything, but it's all good, man. We had a great time walking around ICAST, spending a couple days together, checking out all the stuff, and just hanging out with Rob and Chip and everybody else we ran into while we were down there.
You can tell I'm way behind. I've got Copenhagen going everywhere. I've been trying to get all these other ones done. It's like crap, this move.
Yeah. Manny, what's up, brother?
How was the old ICAST?
Rob. Dude, ICAST was different this year. Okay. Bruce, what's up, buddy?
Hi, Bruce.
So, originally we had made the plan. We weren't going to go down this year because, as we just didn't get that much out of it, so to speak, going down there, other than seeing all the cool stuff. But Gomexis was there this year. So got to meet our contact, Vernon, down there and talk with him about some stuff. They have some cool stuff coming out. Yeah. They have a all metal crankbait. The thing's like yay big, like probably 10, 11 inches long, jointed, segmented, super light. That thing was amazing.
Drive safe, whoever you are. We don't know who you are, but drive safe.
Yep, absolutely. And then what else did they have? They had a new jigging reel that came out and a couple new handles for some models that they haven't had previous. But the interesting thing, talking to them, they got a nice set of pliers that are going to be super lightweight, titanium, all that good stuff, but not as expensive. Like it's going to be, I want to say they're around the 125 range. Nice. For a high quality pair of pliers. And then talking with them, they're going to be working on a spinning reel that will be in the same category as like the Van Stalls, 100% sealed, everything. Yeah, they're going to be coming out from Gomexis. So that some good stuff looking for them. And then Joyceway Hobbies, so the maker of the RC fishing surfer that we use for deploy our baits and everything. I've talked to them several times via email and everything else, but the owner of the company and the marketing manager, sales manager came over and got to see them in person, meet them in person finally, because they don't get over here to the U.S. very often, being from Hong Kong. So, and I doubt I'm going to Hong Kong anytime soon. So I figured, what the hell?
Dude, I would totally go to Hong Kong any day of the week, twice on. I loved Hong Kong. That
Yeah.
country is friggin' awesome.
I never made it there. I spent time in Asia, but never.
I had really wished that the ship had some problems when we were,
Yeah.
getting ready to pull out. I was not sad. Hong Kong was a really cool sightseeing food mecca of happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave it.
Well, I wouldn't mind going there for the food and stuff, but yeah, just to jump on a plane and head to Hong Kong, there's got to be a good reason. So, so anyway, got to go over there, talk to them, and talk about all the issues that we have with the boats that everyone has that has a RC fishing surfer and that they're dealing with and dealing with that stuff. So, they took a lot of it. They got some stuff coming in down the pipe, and so that should be interesting too to see those guys. But iCast was pretty much iCast. You know what I mean? Okay. Everybody throws some. There wasn't really like the oh wows. Last year I think it was because first time there and seeing it maybe.
Yeah.
This time a lot of the same. They did have an interesting. There was a company from Sweden that had an anti-backlash bait caster. I threw it, Chip threw it, Jack threw it. Like we were all throwing it in the test tank, and you could not backlash it.
Is it a bait caster like bass style, or like that we'll use for our stuff?
You could bring it up. They had one that they had for like musky fishing and stuff like that. So it was bigger, heavier duty, and it could have done surf stuff. Yeah, it was pretty neat. And the technology, it's not magnetic, it's not mechanic. Like the way they were describing everything. Of course, they were being very cryptic in the description, right? But it was pretty neat. Like you could not, and we were tossing a light jig head and soft plastic with it, so you'd think you would backlash it every time. And then the problem is if you know how to throw a bait caster, your muscle memory takes over, right? And so when you go to throw it, your thumb is already on the reel. to stop the spool when it hits the water so that you don't backlash it. And they're like, don't do that. Just let it go. And I'm like, no, you can't. Like it goes against everything in my body to let it go. And sorry, I got close to the mic there, and let it go and not do anything to stop it. I just can't do it. So, and Chip was having the same issue. The sinker guy, he was there, and when he was throwing it, he was like, I can't stop. Put my thumb on it. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah. So I wish I would have been able to go with you. Unfortunately, my last minute planning didn't work, and I had to go take care of something. So I'm glad you guys went. I've enjoyed seeing all the pictures on the social media, all the regulars they were doing their cool postings. So it was fun to see. It was fun to see the sponsors, the people that were down there, some of the new gear, and I was very surprised to hear about certain companies that weren't there. So that kind of got my attention too. But hey, we'll see more about that, and there'll be more. You guys, Mike will keep following on Mike on that, and other social medias. You got Chip. Lawless was down there. Jack was down there. Beach Ball Outdoors, all the places were there. So if you got questions, make sure you're running into them. And backing up a little bit here. Hey, cool. Good to see Manny. Good to see you. Liam needs more stickers. Got it.
Liam Walmsley. Is that who that is?
I don't know.
Liam who? Liam.
Yeah.
If it's Liam, let me know.
I think it is.
I'll send you stuff. Okay.
Steven, how are you? Jason, it was fun talking to you like 10 minutes ago. I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to go out with you tomorrow. That sucks. Deerfield, I thought you were on vacation. For the love of God, man.
I know, right?
Go on vacation, dude. Good Lord. Hire
y'all,
more welders.
Deerfield's been pumping out some welding, some surf carts and 2 truckloads today. Man, where to go? Glad to see him doing so well.
Hi, Roy. How are you? Hope you're doing well over there. Patrick, yeah, you would definitely probably have fun with those monsters down south there.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you guys. So, hey, again, we know we've been off air for a while. Again, you guys are doing this Facebook user. We don't know who you are. So if you know you've been popping up that way, you might need to back out, open another one, and authorize it. Chris, yes, we have stickers. We have them all eventually. Mike and I both have stickers. If you haven't done so, make sure you're sharing it out there. We know it's a fun time back here, so keep that one going. We'll got plenty of knowledge coming on with this. I guess I kind of stole your iCast review for the most part there.
That's good. What was that?
Green Get 'em rigs. Okay, that's who that is. Well, good. That Highcliffe. I have done a little bit of fishing. I went out a couple times since we've been on air, and I have been holding up skunks left and right, and it's been primarily suck. So I've watched people catch bobos in the surf. I've been watching Justin catch on his channel.
Oh yeah.
Some other angles. People, Jason's been out there getting mangroves in his kayak. Oh god, the peers have been nailing a bunch of stuff, so it's been fun watching, and a little depressing at the same time. But I will be getting out fishing now that I don't feel like I'm gonna fall apart every time I walk outside. So
yeah,
hopefully
there
you've been getting after it though.
Yeah, it's been ever since we got back from ICAST, it's been a lot of charters going right now. A lot of last minute stuff. So when I think I have a couple days lull time, you get that phone call, hey, what do you have open? And I'm like, I'll be happy to take you out. Let's go. But yeah, mostly sharks, a lot of shark trips right now. The beach has been, and we'll get it when we talk to the reports, but a lot of bait on the beach and in certain areas are holding certain fish right now. And it's just getting out there and being in the right place, right time as it all is always, but it's even tougher now in these dog days of summer. Traditional set rig fishing, maybe that's where you have to switch up your tactics. What worked for you in the spring, and you gotta change things up to get them going right now, and travel to get on them.
Super light leading time, super small, super downsized, and Brian, that is Captain President Smitty.
Yeah. So I think we talked about it before. I actually was running for a board position on our HOA board of directors, and lo and behold, I ended up as the Presidente. So yeah, all my free time's been eaten up with reviewing laws and all sorts of stuff to keep us all legit and legal. And
my mistake.
Well, my mistake.
The question is going to be is what happens with the Friday night meetings. That's going to be, we might have a show adjustment depending on how the board schedules go. So everybody,
no, we should be good. It should be only Tuesday. Yeah, no, Tuesdays and Thursdays is all.
Dude,
Yeah. Last week was a like an orientation type thing. So
I'm texting Mike. I'm like, hey, are you coming in? He's like, I didn't know we were talking about coming back on. I didn't even know what we were doing, man. I'm Rick and Bobby in it. I don't know.
That's right. I don't know. Cliff, what's in the cup? Man, glad you asked. JJ. Crabbing is where it's at. No,
JJ. We'll talk about that.
I'll talk about that because that's been
JJ deserves a lot of praise right now.
Yeah, so I am drinking tonight what's called Redwood Empire. A good buddy, Tom Cabrera, brought this back from California. It's a California blend. It's Sonoma County, made in Sonoma County. It's an all California bourbon. So it means all the ingredients are made there and everything. It is, and I gave Tom my honest review when I called him. He's like, try it out. Just be gentle on air if you do it on air. But it's a little harsh at first until it cools. I would say it's a good mixer whiskey, but not a great sipping whiskey. It's got strong hints of vanilla in it. I mean, but you really gotta, if you're going to drink it straight, ice it down really good, my opinion. And I like a Bernie bourbon, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I like something with a little bit of bite, but this is this is more of a mixer bite than it is a sipping bite, but still great. I appreciate it, Tom. Thanks for the bottle. And I'll definitely drink it.
Yeah. All right. So if you guys don't know, if you're not friends with JJ, you're not on Panhandle Surf Fishing, any of the other websites or any of the other social media that JJ is a part of, you need to. Eventually I will find a way to corner him and get him on the podcast. I haven't reached out to you yet, but I will. So I know it's coming.
I will.
JJ has been just walking out, getting crabs, filling the bucket, coming home, making great meals. He had a really cool where he took the top of the shell and did the stuffed crab. I think it was crab and lobster it was crab with a lobster cream sauce, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, JJ, but I think that's what it was. But he has just been nailing it. And
Nice.
nowadays you can just go walk into these inshores. You can walk the shoreline and you can see them and you can get them. And all you got to do is have your bucket, and don't forget, check out fish rules. Make sure you got all that stuff. Yeah, it was that cream sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So I showed my wife, and that was a mistake. That was a really big mistake. But yeah, she's like, "Can we do that?" I was like, "Can we? I guess. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna take JJ's power, and then I'm gonna take Cheyenne's power, and try to make cool stuff on this and make that all work."
Oh yeah.
But JJ's been crushing it. Lots of cool stuff and really good things. So JJ, you've just been nailing it, man. So many different ways. I know we've mentioned your name numerous times on this show, from the pier to the surf, all the way into that. Great job, brother. Keep it up, please. We're really we're inspired by that.
Tom, absolutely. Tom said he'll help me drink it. No, man, I'm gonna drink it. We need to get together for cigars and bourbon now. That's the next step of this. But as you can see, I'm in a new area here.
I like
this is nice. I'm not in my son's bedroom anymore. Got my own space.
Look at it. I mean, we're just growing up, man. We're all just right? new little things. Good Lord,
all these little things.
Damn thing.
Man,
so you, brother. Keep it up. Go ahead.
So the crabbing, I got a spot, and it's a good one.
Let's go get some crabbies. Why not? Because they're damn expensive and they suck, and I can't get my hands on any. And I'm not telling y'all where I get them, but it's local.
Yeah,
it's not the Navarre seafood, so figure it out from there.
And they're expensive too.
They are. I didn't think they would be. Damn, it is. If I'm not mistaken, Emerald Coast Bait and Tackle was also stocking crab too. So if you've been looking for some, they've been having some. And I believe that's pretty much the only place I've been hearing about crab at this time. But I haven't been paying too much attention. All right.
What do we got? Openings and closures.
Yep.
Openings and closures. So everybody knows red snapper season is going on. Sorry, I got my phone now is tied to my computer, so my messages as they come in make a lot of noise. So red snapper season closes up 31 July. That's next week, but then opens back up every Friday, Saturday, Sunday in October and November. And of course, the federal for hire is opened until the 24th of August. So while we were away, red grouper closed down. So 21 July, no more catching red grouper out there. Or should I say keeping red grouper? You can catch them. You just got to release them. Yeah. Trigger season opens next week. Yes. Yay. And runs through 31 December, according to the latest email blast from the FWC. So they'll be going the end of the year. What they did change, however, was the amberjack season, which does open up August 1st as well. But to align with the federal season, they shut down recreational angling at 25 August as well. So AJ's will be open next week through roughly the end of August, 25 August. So if you guys don't read up on those, like they send them out, the meeting minutes for the Gulf Coast Council, fisheries and all that stuff. It's some pretty interesting information on how they do all that and how they, you register for your reef fish angler and stuff, and you maybe send a survey to help with the data collection that they do. So yada, 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 all that good stuff. So anyway. yada, all that good stuff.
Hey, Mark Holtz, we want to go fishing for AJ's on light tackle. Yeah, we've
Mark
about it for a year.
We'll talk about that next. We'll talk about it coming up because they got something happening.
Oh, did they? Yeah. Gordon, thank you. Good. Gordon, it's good to be back.
What's up, buddy?
Good to see you.
Yeah.
So you nailed all that part, and then into the tournaments and seminars. Yeah, I have 0 for tournament right now. It's coming up on this. Slow. The closest that I have to the boat is coming up into the fall. As you guys know, I am going to the Kids Can Fish tournament over in St. Simon's Island. Smitty is going. Salty is going. Justin might go. There's a lot of people going. So, it goes to a great cause. It's going to be a fun tournament, and it's only during the day. It's not an all-nighter. You sun up to sundown, and you're off the beach. So there's a lot of cool things that go with that, and they got a lot of really cool prizes this year. And I will be buying those tickets again to bring home another stack of things in the drawing. I need resupply.
That was good. We got to meet those guys at ICAST as well. They came out with a cast net for kids with Ahi company. Yep. And that was pretty cool to meet them. And of course, we got our photos and all that good stuff, and looking forward to going back and seeing them in the fall, and looking forward to some things that could be happening in this area that he brought up and made public out there. So anyway, hey, he brought it up, so
he did. I was like, I don't,
he
I was
did.
like, "Oh, there's only 3 or 4 of us right now that are in the
I
yes
know.
box. Don't make it this bigger than it has to be." But
Yeah,
yes,
it's gonna be
stay
good.
tuned. It will come out on this show too. We will talk about it as soon as everything is hammered down. But you can anticipate something very cool coming this direction. What was it now that you just mentioned that? Yeah, if any of you guys don't know how to throw a cast net, Caroline has been doing great things showing how she does it online. I learned from them. I still suck, but I don't throw a cast net that often. Lots of great things that they teach, and these kids are learning during the Kids Can Fish tournaments and all these other the camps. Huge wins for all them. So be ready for more pieces. If you want to learn, by all means, take a look online. I'll nail these while you're doing that. Hook, line, and sinker seminar put on by Hotspot Charters at Flounders Fish House in Pensacola Beach. According to the website, there isn't any for this month, so keep your eyes open for next. Legendary Marine Half Hitch and 38 Light Tackle Seminar at Legendary Marine Destin will happen on 1 August and discuss AJ fishing, and you can find it on the Legendary Marine Facebook page. Don't forget the 2 seminars are on the first Monday and Tuesday of the month, so always have your calendar marked for that. It doesn't change. Again, go ahead.
The 30A Legendary Tackle one, they always seem to stay a month or into the month of whatever's coming in season. Like Amberjack opening, boom, they're doing the Amberjack seminar. Tarpon showing up, boom, they jumped into the Tarpon seminar. One was one of the last ones, which is pretty good. I caught on online, which if you can't make it to their seminars, they Legendary Marine usually live streams them on their Facebook site, which is pretty good. So Tim Broom and those guys.
Beach Bum Outdoors had something today. Sorry guys, I haven't been much on social media today. I've been running around. But I know they had a gathering today, and I think they have a sale going as well, a warehouse sale. So you can take a look on their website for that if you're looking for those. And that's the big ones. I think Emerald Coast has some stuff coming up. Again, unorganized here. I apologize. But
is this
next week I'll have more.
It's this weekend. This weekend was the Beach Bum Outdoors. They were doing a sale, right?
Today was a seminar. This weekend is the
sale.
The sale.
Yeah, I saw something quickly with Bearded Brad posted or whatever.
Yeah.
On there. Good for them.
Okay. We got all these pieces here.
I know. Look at everybody jumping on. Like we're kind of out of wax a little bit, but no, we get that. Oh, question of the week. Are we there already?
Yeah, we are there. We're moving. Let's do this.
This could be a good one.
This is going to stir the pot a little, and I like it.
So there was a post put out on social media by our good buddy Tony Fagioni with Fish Gum on calling out the county commissioners to do the right thing and reopen the Navarre Pass. And I was like, that would be a good conversation to have. And it stirred a very, in my opinion, I told Tony this, on this, it was a good, healthy debate on there in the comments section for and against the reopening of the pass. So what, as anglers and viewers in the local area, and some of you guys aren't from the local area, and that's fine too, but maybe from some experience in your areas, are you for or against the opening of a man-made pass in Navarre? Let's see those comments. We already got one hell no. So Carl Phelps watching on YouTube. Carl says hell no. But Carl, you'd be able to take your kayak.
Hey, how are you?
Right by the red house. that would have to make 2 new bridges. That wouldn't work.
Now, the bridge. That's a conversation in itself. That is going.
Well, it all ties in,
It does. It does.
It all ties in. So I wish Tony was on so he could jump in, and we're talking about. I should message him real quick. We're talking about your question. You might want to jump on. You gonna message him?
Yeah.
Brian's got it. I'll be honest. I was for the opening for a little while. I was like, man, they should. That would be so awesome, this and that. But now that I'm a little more civic minded, I think it is. There's no way I would vote for opening up a pass there. There's a lot that needs to be done in order for that to work. And not just like everybody, I think in the comment section, there were some good arguments in there, but a lot of the folks that were for in the comment section kept talking about, well, we'd have quicker access to get out to the pass. Think about, it would flush all the water out and this and that. Well, maybe. But you would seriously have to dredge from almost the north side, because the Santa Rosa Sound in that area, the channel, and the channel runs on the north side of that area, right? It's only like 25 feet deep right there. And then as you start getting up probably a quarter of the way out, then it starts getting really shallow again and coming up to about 11 feet, 10 feet, whatever. And then all the way out to the shore, the southern shoreline of the sound, which would be the northern of the island, if that makes sense. You're talking 5-6 feet. And then you'd have to dredge all of that from basically one side of the sound all the way over to make a pass. And it would have to be as wide as Pensacola, I would think, so that it's not as rough and as the Eglin Pass is, the Destin Pass is. And then all that you would have to dredge outside of that, because it doesn't get very deep very quick from the beach out. It just, that would cost a ton of money, not to mention the bridge infrastructure, the traffic, Highway 98 that would have to be widened, redesigned for all the traffic that would come in. There's no boat ramps other than Juana's, and that place would be packed. It's packed now on a normal weekend. Can you imagine if there was a pass right there? There's no land to buy up, so it's not like it would develop into, everyone's like, it would develop into another Destin. Navarre would, but Navarre would not, it wouldn't build up because it can't build up. There's nothing for it to build. So
there, backing into history too, there was a pass there. And Navarre had one years ago, but it was eaten up.
Mm-hmm.
It was taken right back by the sea. So you start talking about throwing a pass. Now we're talking boulders. Now we're talking changing infrastructure. We're changing all these land pieces. And then, we're going to have to split. Eglin could give up their line, which is not going to happen. Mm-hmm. But on that same piece, how long is it before, that boat pass just became now we want to use it for barges, because that waterway, that intercoastal waterway, is a huge mover for that. That's why there's a conversation about the bridge in Navarre. If you guys are from Navarre, you know about this conversation. If you don't, just look it up, because that bridge is going away.
Right.
And all these pieces with that, and the environmental impact that Erica was saying, absolutely. Now you're talking washout even further out to the artificial reefs. And now you're talking all these other pieces that have already been built up into those zones that is already designed. I mean, I'm not one to say Mother Nature likes to say, nah, bitch, that ain't happening. But she did it once, and she's going to do it again. So I personally don't love the idea of it for all the other pieces. Yes, it would make things totally easy for the small boats to get out, not have to go to Pensacola. Totally buy it. Everything else that comes from that, absolute show.
But so I was thinking about that too. The traffic coming from boat traffic from, say, Fort Walton Beach coming this way, or mainly Gulf Breeze coming this way, right? You're talking an hour run for charter guys, it wouldn't make sense unless you were, no kidding, based at Juana's. Like if they had slips and everything else, so you could just zip right out. Because otherwise, if you're coming from, say, Fort Walton, some of the docks and stuff there, what am I thinking of? I can't think of marinas. There you go. Such a tough word. Some of the marinas that are there to come out this way, it would be an hour, 45 minutes to run, because there's some no wake zones that you got to go through and everything else to get there. But That's an hour into your trip that you've eaten up that would normally be bait catching time. And then you're right out there to the pass and then out to some of the close near shore reefs and fishing. So yeah, reef traffic would be stupid. Yeah, right out here.
Diving.
There's some.
You're going to have diving. Yeah. You'll have diver accidents all the time because that is a popular diving spot and boats are going to be all over it. You're just asking for a lot more things. Now, that's just us on the, on our level here having these conversations. According, you got to get this above us, obviously, to make an impact, in which, hey, you all have made it work. We've made our voices heard on numerous other things. And I think there's going to be more things that come with that. But I don't think it's it's a win, man. I really don't think it's a win.
I don't either. The one news article was from 2018 and it talked about the erosion, right? So if you put a jetty system out there and Tony, countered with a good point, but if you put a jetty system out, once you dig the pass, and you put a jetty system out, your east jetty is going to build sand and starve the west jetty and everything down from there down to Fort Pickens until it, the sand figures out how to move and migrate and then start refilling the beach again. But he's, his counter was, well, we do beach replenishments every 5 to 10 years anyway. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so to that argument, so now you're saying we should do it every 2 to 5 years.
Right.
Like we can't even get the 10-year one done because of funding. And that keeps kicking the can. Navarre Beach was supposed to be replenished a year and a half ago and they keep kicking that down the road, which I am surprised that the beach has built back on its own in some areas that I thought were going to drop off there for a while.
Talking about the brick house that when we went up there, it's like, did they put the sand here?
Mm-hmm. Like, where did this beach come from all of a sudden? And there's some other areas as you get down to the like Opal, either side of Opal and stuff like that. There's some that were eroding away that are now building back. So it's a lot that if they build it, they will come. Yeah.
If it's private land let's plop this up here while I'm doing that. Try to profit off a new marina. Yep. Well, I mean, the Pink Daiquiri place would be very happy. They would make plenty of money, and I'm sure they would find a way to.
Oh, Mango Mary's.
Mango Mary's.
Oh yeah. Amazingly, their slips would get redone. Yeah, that would be quick.
Can you imagine the yacht traffic we would get? The mega yacht traffic just from that?
So then if you do that, then you got to have gas pumps and everything else in there to fuel up your boats, the marina. So that's another environmental disaster waiting to happen. Yeah.
Would it
spills and everything else? So
that's a great question, Stephen. In the long run, would it help or hurt? I mean, it just depends on which side of the hand gets greased, in my opinion. You could say it is, but now we're going to get into political things that we just don't need to get into versus
that's what I was getting ready to go to, but I won't. I won't open that one.
Open that can. That is a nasty can waiting for ugly.
Yeah.
So let's see. What do we got next? Oh, hey, we're moving into the fun part. So we're moving into the fishing report. Fishing report is being brought to you by GI Jigs. Use code PFR for 10% off all purchases. GI Jigs are patented handmade jig heads, custom designed around the eye and made with unique characteristics to entice fish into reaction strikes. Check them out at gijigs.com. And it is more than when we showed you before. They got jig heads now. They got a whole bunch of stuff. There is a lot of really cool things coming out of GI Jigs.
Yes, they do. And I will say they paired nicely with the fish bites. 6-inch. Is it the Fight Club or the Fight Club 6-inch grub? Pairs nicely with that fish bites.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. See, first sip. It's when it's hot. It's just not. Sorry, Tom. I mean, that was the
look said it all.
Just not. Yeah, I need to put more ice in there. Maybe I don't know. Give me some ice here.
Your palate is refining in your golden age.
I guess so. In my golden age. So nearshore, offshore report as we go through here. I can't get the ice is all frozen together now. My fingers in my water and just having a hard time. So let's talk about red snapper because they're catching a lot of them. They're catching a lot of red snapper right now.
A lot of snapper.
And mahi. So when we would bring captains on, you guys remember new guy Brad Pope, who we would bring on. August was his favorite month to fish down here.
Yep.
Because of mahi. Mahi would come in. I remember him saying, "This is like August is the best time." I'm like, "Are you high? Like August sucks for fishing." He goes, "Not offshore, it doesn't, man. It's the best." In his accent there. So yeah, and now I agree. I mean, you're seeing the report. So, and you'll see when we get to the scroll. So stick around for the scroll because there were some monster fish being caught near and offshore. So red snapper, yes. Mahi, yes. Who's that? Tony? Oh, there you are. We done moved past it now, man. Sorry.
Just me.
Just missed it. But you're more than welcome to chime in on the question. We'll put your comment up here.
So chicken mahis and big mahis, there are a lot of them.
Yeah.
And it's, dude, we need to go out on a boat. We need to go out on somebody's boat that will take us out there to do stuff. Like
and Tony just jumped on, but his trip that they went out on, out of either Pensacola or Destin, I can't remember which one it was. They loaded up on dolphin and on mahi. Huge gray snapper or mangroves, whatever you want to call them. It is the end of the snapper season, so those same tactics you were using at the initially may not work now. You got to switch it up a little bit. Lighter tackle and live bait is key, critical to hooking those big ones, which you'll see later in the scroll. What do you say? I don't want to make. I can't. I got my other notes.
No one's gonna be mad. We're all entitled. That is all. We all are allowed to say that.
I don't want to make more people mad with my opinion. Nobody's mad, man. Yo, Jack Moran jumped on too. What I do,
hey, Jack?
Good Lord,
you just.
I'm telling you, we so need an engineer.
As soon as we start making the big money, they start saying, we can see him in the background saying,
right.
"Get back on track.
Get back on track. Time. It's where we go. Oh yeah. So live bait, large schools of bait are hanging around close to shore as you leave the pass and along the beaches in Navarre. So no matter what pass you head out of, there are huge schools of bait fish right now. Particularly SIGs, drop you a sabiki rig, load up. And interesting enough, reports of large schools of squid are being reported near the nearshore reefs. So best time to catch those is nighttime or first thing early mornings. As the sun's coming up, load up on squid, load up on your live bait, and then head to your spots because you need to switch it up right now if you want to catch those monster snappers. Or if you're just feeling lazy and you want to go straight to your spot, you can always hit the bait boats. There are two. We have one in Pensacola. You can contact them on channel 11 or out of Destin, the bait boat, the bait man on channel 80 out there. We'll get you hooked up. Although the one in Pensacola, I got to check. I'm not sure if his boat's back up because he got struck by lightning a few weeks ago. His boat did about 3:30 in the morning and kind of fried everything. So he had to do some rewiring and stuff to get that back up. And I'm not sure if he's out running, but we do have one in Pensacola. You hit them up on the radio. They'll tell you east or west of the pass and how far, and you just go meet them and put the money in the net, and he'll put some fish in there and dump it in your live well.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry that my reports aren't nearly as detailed as Mike's. I just kind of say, hey, this is what I'm going with. But the one cool thing I will say, when we'll talk about it in the beach one, though, is the certain fish that has been sitting very close to shore, just chilling, staring at us up for days upon days on time. And I'm very excited for when they grow a little more. But inshore, redfish, trout, Spanish, mangroves, lots of mangroves, pins, metric butt ton of pins, spades, and snapper. Lots of things have been getting caught on that one. In the back bay, you still got the big three. You got the inshore slam, running trout, red flounder. You get out there with your baits. The paddle tails have been doing really well. Soft plastics have been hearing a lot of. Hard plastics, Rapalas, still hitting, doing fine. So change it up on your speeds. Don't forget your different zones. And it's hot. It's hot on the surface, so you're going to need to get them a little bit deeper for a different couple pieces there. Just take your time, change your tactics up here and there. I do recommend light leader. It is kind of the time. It is light and clean. The water is able to be seen. So just get it in there with a good bait and rock it out. And don't forget, if you're out there, drink a lot of water with your beer that you're probably drinking. Stay hydrated. Don't need
Definitely hydrated.
You don't need Doc to give you the silver bullet.
Oh, never mind. I know what you're talking about. So Tony, I think you are correct. And not necessarily only in the bay, but also off the beach. If you've been to the beach lately, which ties into the surf report here, if you've been to the beach lately, you have seen the that fry hatch that is going on right now, and what's bringing in all those ladyfish and everything else. The bonita are coming in close, hitting those glass minnows and everything, and the huge schools of cigar minnows that are coming in within cast net distance off the beach is coming in, which makes them not want to eat your shrimp or your fish bites or your stuff on your set rig. So when I said in the beginning of the show that now we're moving into these dog days of summer, you need to start switching up your tactics if you're fishing from the beach. The set rigs, typical double drop rigs, probably, I won't say won't, probably aren't going to do it. You're going to have to get a little creative on some things, and more live bait, just like you would do, on the bay side, as Brian mentioned, getting after some of those redfish on pinfish, you're going to do pretty good. Throwing artificials, something that resembles those live baits, you might do pretty good. But live bait is going to be key right now with this heat and how things are going. We got a lot of stuff popped up here. Let's see here.
So Carl's saying he's got lots. Carl's always out there. Huge Spanish in schools today and baby bobos. You'll see those a lot. And with Carl's, go ahead. You go first, and I got one after you. What?
Speaking of the baby bobos.
Oh.
I had to go get bait today. And there is one tackle shop in the area that has what I think is the perfect size bait for sharks, for trolling. Like if you want a bonita to troll, offshore, they had the perfect size out there. And I'm talking, these things were like only this big. Like quit perfect size, single. I'm not going to tell you where, but it is a, because I don't want you to go buy them all. Although I bought a shit ton of them. I will say I bought a shit ton of them today.
I know where you went now.
No, I'll tell you. So everybody was, Half Hitch Navarre was out of bonita. Gulf Breeze Bait and Tackle I called. They said, "Yep, we got bonita." I said, "I'm on my way." And I got down there because I was only going to get like 3 or 4 because I got a shark trip coming up tomorrow night, and I want to get like 3 or 4 to add to what I had. And I get down there and they were like this, and I just start pulling plats out.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'll take this, and this. And I dumped them all in my freezer when I got home. Yeah, so I think I'm set for a while. But it was, they had the perfect size. And they said that's all they got in their shipment. So I'm like, y'all did pretty good on this one.
Yeah, that was not a bad run. If you are fishing from the beach doing the lures, you will see a lot of bait blowing up. And it's not anything with it. They're non-pressured. It's very weird. So don't be discouraged. If you still got to walk, you got to walk. You got to do all those pieces. Just pay attention. For me, the one trick that I've been finding is if you see them blowing up, look for the dorsal. That kind of gives you an idea if you're dealing with bait or if you're dealing with a school. That's just my opinion. But they've been hitting everything I've thrown. Well, I've been hit. I haven't been hooked up, but I've seen it on ES lures. I've seen some Rapala plastic ones. What else did I see? What else did I use?
I've gotten GI jigs.
GI jigs
because that's what I throw. Justin's been slaying them with the ES lures.
Yeah.
Jacks are in the surf too. I don't know if that was Alabama, but I know Lawless and Moran both got on them.
Yeah, I saw that, and they were big today too.
Yeah.
Actually, Jack, you're still in here. What were you going hard metal or were you going plastics?
And Patrick Meeks, I don't know if you guys know him or are friends with him, but he's out of Pensacola Beach. He got some pretty good size jacks out off of Pensacola. So they're here and they're running. So I mean that's going to be good. But for the surf report, since we just kind of blew right by it, sharks, redfish to the east and west around the passes, and G2 is still picking up some summertime pompano over there. Good old Jordan, man, been crushing it since he got back. I know they did a trip down south, but yeah, he's back at it out there and still catching pompano in this heat. So good on him. Blake Hunter over there too. They're doing it pretty good.
I say Blake's been after it too. Yeah, reds and all.
Yeah.
30A.
That's about it for the surf, man. Right. Other than that, change up your tactics, mix it up.
Piers are doing quite well. So if you haven't been pier fishing, it's been hit or miss, but there are daily catches. So Panama running Spanish Kings, ladies, tarpon, mahi, and kings Okaloosa running Spanish hardtail, red drum, tarpon kings, and more. Okaloosa has been very, very, very hot lately for catching. So if you're looking to get into the pier game, Okaloosa is a great place. And follow them on Facebook. Lots of really good information in there. You really can't go wrong. It's a perfect place to go. Navarre's running Spanish, blues, tarpon, hardtail, and Pensacola running right around the exact same thing. So decent fishing out there. Again, if you want to get into the game, take your time, meet somebody before you start trying to get into the big game. Learn if you haven't yet. Get the education, go with somebody, learn, be friendly. It'll go a long way, and then you'll get better. So be humble. Don't be out there with like a jackass. It's not going to do you any good and piss people off. You'll be that guy.
No. I tell people, break it into thirds. Stay in the first 2/3 unless you got a buddy. Because the first 2/3 you're safe. And not that you're not safe in the other third. People are out there friendly, but they're serious fishermen. They're looking for, they've been out there most of the day looking for that one fish to throw at. And there's unwritten rules when you fish down that way, and they'll let you know about them if you're not careful.
Quite happily
Tell you. They don't mind sharing.
Please don't be going out there to make a video. Yeah. I mean, if you're a seasoned YouTuber, you already know what you're doing, but don't be a new YouTuber trying to go out there and say, hey, let's see what happens when you will see. It's not worth it. Yeah. No, it's not. FAFO, hands down.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
FAFO. I like that. Weather. Let's talk about that. Let me pull this up here.
It's Is Andy like to tell me, it's just more baby powder? And I respond with friggin' baby powder dough balls rolling around. Ain't nothing good. I'm making bread with all the friggin' damn heat and sweat and yeast dying from that friggin' summer, man. It's kicking my ass.
Although, look, I mean, it's 77 out there right now. That's wonderful.
Lies.
But it jumps up to like 91, 90. Low 90s is not so bad. So it feels like 104.
No bueno.
Yeah, no, right? So tonight, west northwest winds at 3, it pretty much dies off. Then tomorrow, 15% chance west southwest at 10. I think when I saw a 10, gust to 15, so that's not going to be bad. Starts off really slow in the morning, and you'll probably see it when you get to yours on windy if you pull it up. Yep. But it's supposed to be great all day, and then about maybe 3 o'clock, boom, it just like a sharp curve and the wind comes in. And then going into Sunday, like the whole week. I mean, that's PM thunderstorms. They could literally put that all the way down this time of year.
They might as well. I mean, hell, that's all we get.
Which does cause problems when you have charters planned for the evening. And you have to call and be like, hey, man, safety first. Like, we're not going to go out tonight. Let's reschedule. So, which we were able to. So that's all good. Yeah, but those pop-up showers are a bitch, man, to deal with. Yeah. But winds look great, light, calm. That's why, I saw a post today on the Navarre Pensacola site. Why are there so many kayakers out here? Because the weather is awesome and they can get out and go fish the reefs and, take advantage of the last couple of days of snapper season. And I know those guys have been doing it. I ran into a bunch of them a couple mornings when I was out there this week and out there just tearing them up. So overall, good week of weather. Get out there and do some fishing.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So let's talk about some weather here. I'm waiting for that to load, but while I'm doing that,
I was like, you got something like it's gonna like blow our minds, man.
Yeah, right. I wish I was that cool. And Andy, 115, 120 in my shop.
No, thank you.
I mean, no.
Yeah, drink some water.
I'm not. You are a better. I'll just say it here. You're a better man than me, man. Not my jam.
I go through a. Did you hear that on the mic?
Sounded nice, actually.
I go through a camel pack a trip, easy.
I would.
Camel pack plus. So that's 100 ounce camel pack. So. Yeah.
You've seen me when I go out with a freaking gallon water jug, and I will drink all of it in a couple hours sitting. Like Mike said, the wind is looking really nice. You got a lot of it coming in with the circles here. I'm going to bring up another little tag here in a second, but Not a lot of circular action coming in, getting after you here. The worst I saw, I think, was 16 knots, and it wasn't that bad.
Mhm.
So you don't get a ton of wind to worry about. Just be patient out there. So I'm not going to blow your mind with that. I'm not going to waste your time anyway. Where the hell are you? There you are. Sea State. It's sexy. Again, kayakers,
Yeah.
they're getting after it. As you can see, the purple is down here. So there's not a lot of bad things. You are going to worry about the afternoon storms. That is going to be a big deal. Always pay attention. Be prepared for that. So if you're going to hit the sunset bite or the morning run or the evening runs like that, something important to look at there. So again, not too bad. It doesn't get very crazy. We don't have a bunch of weather. So your Sea State is going to be in a very, very, very comfortable setting. This, on the other hand,
temperature.
This is the sea temps. Okay. Oh, I guess I don't need that tab. All right. This color, that's not a good color. That is bad. But the reason I really wanted to bring this one up is look at the flow. So Brian spent some time and learned a little bit when I was sitting around watching Shark Week. And my fun here of El Nino, where all this cool stuff runs across here and it kills hurricanes, which is friggin' phenomenal for our area. However, it is going to stir the crap out of all of this. So as you can see how the flow is going, think about that. If we get a hurricane that hits this run and the wind doesn't push it off, look at that flow. It's nasty. 87-degree water temperature up there, 88 down south, and it's only getting, oh, that was supposed to be warmer. Damn it. Bobby. It was, anyway.
It would have been really cool.
I looked at something and it was stupid. What was it in Cali? No, it was 85. They're going to get pounded this year. I have a feeling they're going to hate life. So hot temperature of water, we all know, equals bad things. Hurricane tracker, this one's got less than 40%, 70% right there. But the angle has got it going up. So the Carolinas, I think the East Coast, you guys are going to get punched this year for hurricane season. I'm sorry to say that, but I think you're going to get some. Last year we were lucky; the majority went right through here and just destroyed here, button hook up and nail us. We had a couple go this way, but this year, gotta pay attention just because the way that the El Nino thing runs, it's going to hit them right around here and either kill them or it's going to shoot them up. So that's going to be the fun one. If you're living in Florida or any of these and all these reports, hopefully you have a hurricane tracker of some kind. I have two, just for that very damn reason, because you never know when they're going to come. Always be ready for that and just pay attention to those and with your forecast and planning. Other than that, great weather, good days. Should be fun out there. Go fish. Yeah,
absolutely.
Water temperature in New England at 77. Yeah, and you guys are definitely warmer than you should be too up north. We'll see what this weather brings in. Yeah, we are all getting cooked. I mean, if you guys follow well, I guess I don't know if I put it on Finding Nemo or not, but I did a picture the other day where I found that basically the entire east coast to like the Mississippi is just on nuke mode right now. The upstairs is hitting 10 minutes high just to see what happens.
Yeah. Just to see what happens. Yeah. Just to see. I wonder what would happen.
Oh, yeah, you get a lot of guys that cry like me.
So you were watching Shark Week. Did you watch Cocaine Sharks?
No, but that's hilarious. I'm loving seeing the news articles.
That. Yeah, that was anyway. Ridiculous for one that they're actually doing that, and two, yeah, and it's the reason they're coming in and attacking people. It's because of the drug runners dumping their cocaine.
Yeah,
it's like,
more of that,
are you serious? Yeah, it's like I know one of you MFers got it. I'm just gonna keep biting somebody until I find it.
That's what you need for bait now. You know what? The drug trade just became a friggin' fishing industry. I'm gonna throw a little balloon out there. What's in the balloon? Don't worry about it.
As Shandy said, my wife said that today. She goes, I know what you need. You don't need to go find bonito. You just go get you one of them square groupers and drop it from the sky. And I'm like, sweetheart, if I found square groupers, I wouldn't be fishing.
No.
Like I would find something else. I'd be like a nice crack dealer or something. Like, hey man, want to buy some crack? Like, put it on Marketplace or whatever. You know?
Oh my god! Found this black box.
I didn't say I was the smartest crack dealer. I just said I'd be pretty nice about it. Be like, hey man, you want to buy some?
It's probably like a dessert to them, Tony. It wouldn't shock them. They're just like, ooh, it's so tasty. You know, who knows, man? I don't know how their anatomy processes that without making.
Okay, so we're gonna go off on a tangent here because I watched the show. And well, kind of, yeah. I was in and out of sleep states and watching it because it kind of put me to sleep a little bit. But it was, so what they did is they dove with these sharks and then they just watched them to see if there were any abnormalities in their behavior. Right? So if if a lemon shark were to normally kind of come in and mind their own business and then kind of swim away, right? That's normal behavior. But if for some reason they came in and looked at you and then kind of circled you, or maybe swam cockeyed instead of straight, then they thought, well, maybe he's high. Maybe he's hit the cocaine. You know what I mean? And I'm like, this is not scientific at all. What are you guys doing? However, they did have studies where they, no kidding, pumped in cocaine to like salmon and like they just like filtered it in the water and put straight coke in there, right? I'm like, where did y'all get this from? First of all, like it reminded me of the beginning of Pineapple Express. when the army's smoking weed down in the basement and bunker somewhere, you know. It's just like, this is great, Daddy-O. I told you we were going on a tangent here, man.
FWC has a meeting with the DEA. Hey, bro, I need a couple pounds of yayo. For what? Oh, for complete, training purposes.
We're gonna see if these salmon swim upstream or downstream, man. After hitting it.
How long's that boat been out? They've been out a couple of weeks. Hey, you coming back? No. Set board.
Anyway, so then they started doing this test where they just took what looked like packages of coke that would be dumped from an airplane, and they flew over with an airplane and threw them out so that it slapped the water, right? And when it slapped the water, that was supposed to bring the sharks in because they knew that the coke was being dropped. You can't make this up, man. They had a whole hour-and-a-half TV show about it. and so they did a study on, let's see what the sharks do. And so they flew over, they kicked the stuff out the back, the packages hit the water, and then they had video of the sharks attacking the packages. So they're like, there it is. It's proven that because we do this, the sharks are keying in on the cocaine. You guys are supposed to be scientists. You sound like such idiots right now.
Like if we didn't have
it's for science, trust the science.
Cocaine shark movie, Sharknado.
Yeah.
I mean, don't mess with the goddamn sharks and yayo. I mean,
I don't know.
You're gonna piss one off. You're just gonna drop a bag. It's not gonna be yayo. It's gonna be something else. And all of a sudden, some great white's gonna be like, "Oh, you wanted to give me the fake stuff? Good."
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And that's how
I'll show you.
Now we're gonna get the megalodon to come up and be like, "Well, you guys got blow."
I know, right?
Where's the blow sharks?
We were on the trip the other night, and I was like, "Dude, there's no megalodon out here." He goes, "You don't know, man. It could be out in the water." I'm like, first of all, if there was a megalodon, the pass is only 60 foot deep. He couldn't make it in. Like, he's not coming in here.
I love people.
I mean, sometimes you get bored on charters and we're out there shark fishing at night, and you just go into some crazy conversations.
Like if they're doing this crap with yayo, that they're doing this crap with weed. They're dropping.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Can you imagine a shark on acid?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, I mean, a shark comes in on a bad trip, tells his friends about it. Don't eat the purple bags.
Don't eat the purple one.
But
stay away from the bobos.
I want to see the shark on some indica and sativa. I want to see him. Man, I could totally go for some more fish, but hey, where are they at? No, I want to see if it has those different ones. Yeah, that's the new drug trade, everybody. So you can use it for fishing, but you can't use it for consumption.
Right. It's for science, man.
It's for science.
I swear.
Oh, that's the game warden.
I know.
They would catch him. Obviously, don't say you learned that from us. Don't do that. But
it wasn't on this show, man. You didn't see it from us. Like, Mike and Brian told me we'd be cool, man.
I can already see the memes, man. FWC catches you. Oh shit! Throw it out. Yeah. Throw it out. What's that? Oh, I saw it on Shark Week. I'm using it as bait for the sharks. I threw an 8-ball out because why not?
So if you guys were ever wondering what it's like to go fishing with Brian and I, this is pretty much what it's like to fish with Brian and I. Stephen Connor, he sums it up right here. A Wolf of Wall Street offshore trip. Absolutely.
Just throwing out balloons.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. What are the chances of shark ever? Okay. Wait, hang on. We got to pull this one down.
Hold up.
Yeah, we got all the comments knowing now.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry. I took that one off. Go ahead.
All right, I got it.
You run with it.
The chance of the shark ever encountered a single cube and then to encounter another one, that's impossible.
Oh, yeah. Unless they flew over in the airplane and they dumped it all out and then it all like fell.
Yeah. Sharky. Oh, hey,
chum in the waters.
They're going to chum right along a Coast Guard cutter. The shark will get them. That'll stop them. Get the low-grade shit. Throw it out.
Oh, man. This has been a good show. I'm glad we came back to Cocaine Shark. But so now it makes me want to watch that show Cocaine Bear. I heard a lot about it, but I haven't watched it. So now I got to see, like, are there brown bears and grizzlies out there snorting coke, or what's going on with these guys, man?
I mean, I'm more mad at the drug trade is doing so well that we can start feeding animals yayo. I mean, come on, we're going to throw a couple kilos of blow out in the middle of Alaska and let's see what happens with the grizzly. You shoot him once, 300 Win Mag, nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Did you just shoot me, man? Drop a GoPro and a lava lamp. There's something for our YouTubers, our local YouTubers. If you want to see what's going on, give them a GoPro and a lava lamp.
Like Andy, slow mo.
Yeah.
But see, the problem, I mean, not that I ever have partaken in marijuana or any illicit substance. Good God, Jack in the Box came up with a munchie menu for a damn reason.
They did.
I cannot imagine a shark on the friggin' munchies. Nothing good. It's basically they're going to become orcas. They're just going to slap food just to be a dick, and then they might eat it. They might not.
Might not. Yeah. Like I thought I was hungry, but you know what? I just didn't.
I just changed my mind.
You got anything flavored Cool Ranch, man? What you got in Cool Ranch?
Cool Ranch Doritos. Yeah, drop me a black box and one of those. The black and the blue. Fried bonita strips. Yep.
That's absolutely.
Yep. Yeah. We've come a long way with the war on drugs.
Yeah, we have. Little Debbie's. I love how all of you keep the comments going.
All of you are horrible drug users. I know it. Sinners. Keep it up. I like it.
Good. Let's get into our scroll. We haven't even got to that yet. Let's jump in there before
I'm gonna start putting on the friggin' cocaine stuff. I'm gonna start catching fine drug memes now. It's got to be a weekly occurrence.
There you go. Terry Breckenridge, what's up, buddy? How's the bass fishing going? Let's see here. Fried ladyfish fingers.
Okay. Panhandle Scrolls being brought to you by Green Get 'em Rigs. Hey, have you covered with all your rigs and bead needs, from the original green Get 'ems to the pink Pound 'ems and the orange Crush 'em beads, things that catch fish. Go check them out at greengetemrigs.com. Lots of cool stuff. Cliff, you're doing great things, buddy. Keep it up.
Absolutely. All right, my buddy Jacob Flink. Excuse me. I know. Beer's doing it now.
Oh, not that. The fish.
All the fish. Yeah. We got a little snapper. We got some. What does it look like? Maybe some almacos over here. Snapper, mingos, mahi. Look at all that. I mean, Brad was right, man. I'm convinced, buddy. Brad, if you're watching, you watched the replay or whatever. I'm convinced you had it going on, man.
You need to call Brad and be like, "What you doing? What's available charter day?
What's going on there?" Our buddy Brock Meyer taking advantage of some good red snapper fishing off the kayak there, out there in the Panama City area. If you're looking for a guide out in that area, check out Brock. He'll put you on the fish. He's always out fishing, man. Dude's a fishing machine. Our buddy Mark Burford, Over the Bar Rods. We'll bring this up. 3 years.
Congratulations.
He says from this first order, now he's in 4 tackle stores. I mean, just selling them If you haven't used over the bar your rods yet, man, they are a nice combo. Makes them anywhere from 10 foot to 13 foot in the over the bar series, and then the Florida Surf Tackle series, in the 12, 13 foot range and the 12-foot biggin. That's what I use for the shark fishing, paired with a 10,000 size spinning reel. It can handle anything. Those things are awesome. So congrats, Mark.
Erica,
doing some good things. Will we Erica know?
She knows.
19 manatees. Look at that. Old BB booth. This is off in the VAR Pier. Big old pod of manatees going out. Look at those photos, man. Checking their snoots coming out. That's pretty cool.
That's been fun. We've seen a lot more this year than last year.
I've seen a lot more off of there. This Gulf Breeze Fishing Charter. So this is run by Dave Yelton. Yelverton. Out of Gulf Breeze, dude. He is always on monster fish. Look at that one.
Fish. Is that a mangrove?
12.5 pound mangrove snapper.
Damn, I didn't know.
On the spinning outfit. So if you've ever Googled red snapper Pensacola Bay, there's a Florida Sportsman mini series, if you will, with Captain Dave out there catching big red snapper in the wintertime. And it's pretty good. So I follow them, Gulf Breeze Fishing Charters. He's been on the fish here, and we got a couple from him actually. Boom. This one. I mean, look at these red snapper. Boom, boom, boom. That's 4 whoppers that weighed almost 70 pounds. That is some nice fillets. That's all I'm saying. Boom, what we got here? More. I told you, snapper season. I mean, we're getting to the end, and these guys know how to get them. Another one from Gulf Breeze Fishing Charters. Look at these things. A 32 and a 32-inch, 21 pound, grabbing a thread fin. So again, live bait. Got to get out there if you want to get the big ones. Live bait is the key. Boom, that was that one. My buddy Captain Charles over at Blue Water Escape. Another great red snapper and mingo bite. Another good healthy for the 3 of those guys to catch all that. That's a good trip right there. Constant action. Let's see this one. Another one, Blue Water Escape. 36-inch snapper this morning. I mean, that right there is a nice boar to fish. Again, live bait is key to getting those big ones. Mark Holtz, 38 light tackle, getting on them again. Big red snapper towards the end. And this is, end of the season fishing. Like I said in the beginning, you got to switch up your tactics. You want to get the big ones. You got to change it up. They're not going to go for the big heavy leaders and big hooks. You got to switch things up and get on them. Another one from Captain Holtz. Another big mangrove. Another big red snapper. And lastly, our buddy, as I mentioned, Tony. So where you got? Went out of Destin Fishing Charters. I'm going to scroll down. Look at that haul right there.
Yeah.
That is a mess of fish. Yeah, he's on them. That is awesome. That was a good trip right there. I'm sure they had a blast. Look at that one. Look at that bull dolphin right there. That one.
Good ones, man.
That one. They're all pretty big. And then you get down to these guys. These guys are just fun. Hopefully it was on light tackle and you guys had a blast. So that's all I got for the scroll.
That look cool. It's such a good stuff. I love seeing. It's one of the coolest parts of the scroll is when Mike and I are actually following everything crazy for the week. We get a lot of really cool ones, and when you guys tag us, we get to go back and we'll save them for this. But it's one of the fun parts of seeing this stuff is because you all know. I mean, we all scroll, but it's fun to see what people are catching. And then if you read the description, maybe they'll give you some info or there's maybe in the comments. But it's one of the great things about this part is actually being able to see what is out there because you heard me when I started the show. I've been skunking. There's been nothing but skunks for me, and that pisses me off, right? But it's good to see that other people are out there catching. It just means I need to change my game. Same for you. If you're not catching, just change it up a little. It's going to be okay. You're not every day going to catch. As much as we think we will, we all know that ain't going to happen. So.
Now I see Erica's comment.
Yeah. Like
They're not endorsing this show.
leave that stuff off. Like anything else political, just political bad. That's the only bad. All
Howdy,
right.
Facebook user.
Hello.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
whoever you are.
Said, hey, Mike and Brian. I'm like, who are you?
Backing up into July 4th with Okaloosa Pier. Nice one, rocking in there. And I'm just going to click it here. Again, if you're not following them, you really should. Lots of great things coming out. You get all the reports, but they have daily postings. And this was Panama.
That one today was pretty cool.
The recent one. That was today. Nice. And look, it's in the water. Don't pull it out of the water. We can go into that, but we're not going to. But hey, congratulations. That's awesome. Fish of a lifetime. You caught a tarpon. Make sure you're putting it in on the Catch a Florida memory page. Very important. Log all those catches because it's going to be important for your real big fish or for your life list.
I got my package today.
Did you? Cool. This was Panama. Nice mahi red and king. Nice ones getting out there. And then basically there's so much. And congratulations to all the new lifeguards. You all are awesome. I'm not jumping from the pier unless I absolutely have to, and it better be important. If you haven't heard about this, there have been a bunch of tiger sharks being reported offshore. The gentle giants. Or, I'm sorry, whale sharks. Thank you. I don't know why I was going that route. Gentle giants, beautiful, beautiful fish, and just don't piss them off. Leave them alone. But they're really cool to look at. And that wasn't too far ago. Well, that was the 19th. That's a big fish. So there are still a lot of great things being caught out there. A great place to go. I am going to talk about DS Custom Tackle here for a second because people were talking to me, a couple people about floats. There are a bunch. Oh, what did you guys change? Oh, okay. You changed that. These are the smalls. These are the 12 millimeter. Lots of different ones there, but something new that just came out. If you're in the float loving world, come on. Where'd you go? Barry's rig is on there. Floats. It's only staring at you, Brian. Can you guys tell I haven't been using the computer very much? Lots of different ones. So they are doing a lot. I've seen a lot more on the ball size, but this new color, there's the harder ones there, and it's not on the friggin'. Oh, okay. I will call him later. Pay attention. If you like floats, come back to this site in a couple days. There's going to be some stuff. Why did I put the Home Depot and the Exchange on here? Military.
Is there a demo float?
So if you are military and you shop the Exchange, I know this isn't fishing related, but this is still cool. Home Depot and the Star Card have aligned. So if you want to order Home Depot things through the Exchange, you now can. So it is another cool little benefit that just popped up recently. But yeah, you can get major appliances now through the Exchange, which means it's tax-free. Not sorry.
That is pretty cool.
It is. I just got.
I did not see that before. Hey, honey. I need to activate our Star Card.
Dude, I don't know about you, but as soon as I saw the word star, all I could think is I'm going to be having a meeting on Monday of what the shit. You do realize there, military person, that when you don't pay it, the command gets the letter that you're not paying your bill, not you. So yeah, I know when you're not paying your bill, jackass. I can be Jack out there getting after it.
Things we don't have to worry about anymore.
They're not. Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah. That is a huge Jack Creval.
For Jack.
For Jack. Way to go, Jack.
Nice. Bucky's. I didn't notice that earlier. But hey, the Jacks are still out there and they're getting after it. I love Bucky's.
Brisket sandwiches, beef jerky.
95. Oh, man. This one is kind of a fun little picture.
Oh, yeah. I saw that one.
It's like, never give up. It sucks to be the fish, obviously, but hey, that I
mean, that's just the food chain, man. But I mean, it's just
all rolling downhill. You should have let go, crab. You had a chance.
That crab should have let go. He was like, fuck it, I'm in it, man.
I'm in it to win it. Sean out getting some good ones too. Sean, since everybody's been back, but the fishing has been really good for red snapper, especially the kayakers. They've been really having some great days. 30A.
There he is.
Lots of great pictures. I'll pull his up here in a second, but Blake's been getting some fun ones.
Thanks, Steven. Appreciate it, man. It's glad to be back. Permit. Nice.
Not long ago.
I know. Mhm.
Every time you want to feel bad about your catching, you just go over here. He is an
Yeah.
amazing angler. If you guys, we've talked about it all the time, but he is a phenomenal angler and a great human being. He really will tell you all the
Yep.
stuff he can, and a really good guy to go out with on your charters. But Palms and Reds, and then this guy
Frisky.
is coming out into South Florida, just posting this stuff up. They were nailing some damn good
They had a
fish.
good trip.
They really
I
did.
know they were. That was a
Jelly
good
donut
trip.
full on.
Mhm.
But this is still July. Yep, the 12th. So even in the summer, still crushing it. Blake knows his gear, knows his game. So if you want to learn, pay attention to what he's got going on there. I think I already pulled this up. I did. That one's already been
Lifeguards,
done.
everything. Yeah.
And why did I pull this one?
Bay County. Is that the pier? Mahi King Tarpon.
Yeah.
Oh, off the
Another
pier.
website I like to go to. Yep, off the pier here. But still cool stuff to look up. But they've been, there's plenty of fish getting caught, and there's plenty of taxes to be paid.
Yeah, all right.
So, you're still going to run into those problems out there, but lots of cool ones. There's just a lot of good websites out there to go get stuff. So another fun one, but yeah, I wasn't sad to go that route. But that's my scroll for you this week, everybody. Nice. Yeah, sorry I don't have any cocaine bears or yayo sharks. Next one.
I haven't laughed that hard in a while. That was pretty good.
It was needed.
That was some good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
But it was good to be back. Thanks, Steven. It's been really good to be back. I'm glad we can make some fun for y'all, and hopefully it made your Friday night just a little bit more enjoyable, because that's what we aim to do.
Absolutely. Dude, that's it. That's pretty much an hour and 15. Pretty much nailed it.
Nailed it. Bad.
That's right. Didn't get off topic too much. Stayed on track. Kind of kept the same audience all the way through, so I'm happy about that. That's always good.
We need to do the maybe we need to add like a weird section to the show, like the cocaine shark, something just
I think it just happens naturally.
It actually does.
Like we could put it in a script, and then you have to think about it. So if it just happens naturally, like you just let it happen, like just let it go, man. We'll come up with something.
Hopefully one of the people will start talking about different drugs and different fish. I'd love to see what meth does to a great white.
A mako. You see the mako's teeth, man?
The way they jump.
The way they jump. And they'll do another meet and greet. We do. We need to do a meet and greet / seminar. And there's a lot of things that Brian and I need to talk about that I talked with on my trip that we need to talk about that. So yeah, may have something to do with the hats, but it would,
good.
Yeah, we can work on that. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Andy. We need to do another setup, get everybody together here in the Panhandle. Those are always fun. The two that we've done have been great, and usually coincide when we got people coming into town. So that's what we try to do is, make sure we got a good venue, a good group of folks coming in from out of the area that watch the show as well, that tune in and help support us, and you guys as well. They support you guys with everything. So we try to get the stars aligned so we can have the best bang for the buck there for everybody. Eatery, I'm hoping we outgrow that space and go bigger. But that's just me.
Though the eatery is cool. We love
the eatery is very cool.
Very, very thankful for them. But
absolutely,
it would be bad to have some air conditioning and sit down spots, and then when we do them in the winter, a little bit of heat wouldn't be bad. But hey, I wear my flannel, so I'm good.
That's right.
I can't wait for flannel weather already. I perpetually could live in flannel weather. I know Justin can't.
Sweater weather.
Oh, I love sweater weather.
Sweater
Even
weather.
if fishing in sweater weather is very decent too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sad about that.
Yeah.
But we got to have those.
Well, folks, we appreciate everybody sticking around the show. I'm switching out. It's Bush Light tonight, so I'm switching out to another one. Reload. I heard if you're in a bear attack, I saw a commercial. You throw them a Bush Light, and did you see that commercial?
Yes.
Just throw him a Bush Light. What? He throw the bear a Bush Light, and he goes like, "Oh, hey, thanks. That's what I wanted. That's all you had to do."
All right, I'll throw this out there.
Bruce, appreciate you sticking around, buddy.
Always good to see you, Bruce. Hope you're feeling better, man.
Yeah.
Bruce, were you sick? I think you were.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
between that or the national park system talking about the bears or the buffalo.
Yeah.
You know, if
Yeah.
you're gonna get into it with a bear, you know, jump down from the tree, give him the elbow,
Yeah.
really make a
Yeah.
joke, and then, you know, talk about it when you're in heaven because you already died about 10 minutes ago. That's right, Bruce.
Yeah.
Yep, I knew it was. Sorry, my brain's not there. But yes, those are fun, and by all means, share those with us because those ones are fun to read about. I love people's creativity.
Absolutely. Awesome. Bud Light, no, Busch Light. Difference. Same company, I guess, but whatever.
Better in my opinion too.
This is like more like water. This is water beer and not regular beer. Anyway. So appreciate everybody sticking around. We will see you guys next week. Until then, where's my thing? Push the button. We will see y'all next week. Later.